Hello viewers, welcome to the channel Amazing Civil Engineering Studies. Time to enter the world of civil engineering. Here we will learn about different concepts related to civil engineering. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more new updates. In today's video we are going to discuss about Part 5. Civil Engineering MCQ'S for JE of different exams. In which treatment unit is schmutzdecke formed? A. Sedimentation tank. B. Coagulation tank. C. Rapid sand filter. D. Slow sand filter. The correct answer is D. Slow sand filter. Note: schmutzdecke, German, dirt cover or dirty skin, is a hypogeal biological layer formed on the surface of a slow sand filter. Orthotolidine test is done for assessing which of the following parameter? A. Hardness. B. Chloride. C. Residual chlorine. D. Arsenic. The correct answer is C. Residual chlorine. Which one of the following is the purpose of providing a surge tank in a pipeline carrying water? A. To protect the pipeline against water hammer. B. To store water. C. To increase pressure throughout the pipeline. D. To store overflowing water. The correct answer is B. To protect the pipeline against water hammer. Note: a surge tank, or surge drum, is a standpipe or storage reservoir at the downstream end of a close aqueduct, feeder, dam, barrage pipe to absorb sudden rise of pressure, as well as to quickly provide extra water during a brief drop in pressure. The sensitiveness of a bubble tube in a theodolite would decrease if A. The viscosity of liquid is increased. B. The radius of curvature of the internal surface of tube is increased. C. The diameter of tube is increased. D. The length of the vapor bubble is increased. The correct answer is A. The viscosity of liquid is increased. Explanation: the sensitivity of bubble tube is increased by decreasing viscosity of bubble tube. So, sensitivity is decreased by increasing the viscosity of liquid. Tintometer is used for measuring which parameter in water? A. Color. B. Temperature. C. Turbidity. D. Volatile solids. The correct answer is A. Color. Note: nephelometer is used to measure turbidity. The commonly used hand pump is the A. Centrifugal pump. B. Rotary pump. C. Reciprocating pump. D. Axial flow pump. The correct answer is C. reciprocating pump. The maximum deflection due to load in R.C.S beams in building is limited to A. span/100 B. span/250 C. span/350 D. span/500. The correct answer is B. span/250. Note clause 23.2 of IS 456 stipulates the limiting deflections under two heads as given below. A. The maximum final deflection should not normally exceed span/250 due to all loads including the effects of temperatures, creep, and shrinkage and measured for the as-cast level of the supports of floor, roof and all other horizontal members. B. The maximum deflection should not normally exceed the lesser of span/350 or 20 mm including the effects of temperature, creep, and shrinkage occurring after erection of partitions and the application of finishes. In limit state design of concrete structure, the strain distribution is assumed to be A. Parabolic B. Parabolic and rectangular C. Nonlinear D. Linear. The correct answer is D. Linear. Note assumption: plane sections normal to the axis remain plane after bending. Is 456, page 69. This implies that the bending is negligible as compared to the length of the beam, hence the beam deformations can be ignored, hence the strain diagram with respect to y of beam is linear. A lysimeter is used to measure A. Infiltration B. Evaporation C. Radiation D. Evapotranspiration. The correct answer is D. Evapotranspiration. The maximum size of clay particle is A. 0.2 mm B. 0.02 mm C. 0.002 mm D. 0.0002 mm. The correct answer is A. 0.002 mm. Aggregate foundation is essentially A. Shallow foundation B. Deep foundation C. Pile foundation D. Spread foundation. The correct answer is D. Spread foundation. The porosity of a soils sample having its void ratio equal to unity would be A. 33.33% B. 50.00% C. 66.66% D. 75.00%. The correct answer is B. 50.00%. Note porosity, N equals E/1 plus E, if void ratio, E equals 1 then, N equals 1/1 plus 1, equals 1/2. N equals 0.5 equals 50%. Gravity model is used in transportation planning process for A. Trip distribution, B. Model split, C. Trip generation, D. Trip assignment. The correct answer is A. Trip distribution. Note the decision to travel for a given purpose is called trip generation. These generated trips from each zone is then distributed to all other zones based on the choice of destination. This is called trip distribution, which forms the second stage of travel demand modeling. There are a number of methods to distributed trips among destinations, and two such methods are growth factor model and gravity model. Inventory meter. The ratio between throat diameter and pipe diameter is generally adopted. A. 1:2, B. 1:4, C. 1:6, D. 1:8. The correct answer is B. 1:4. Mercury used in barometer because A. It gives less height of column for high pressure. B. It is a perfect liquid. C. Its volume changes uniformly with temperature. D. It is alkyd metal. The correct answer is A. It gives less height of column for high pressure. Note: Mercury is commonly used in barometers because its high density means a body having similar properties throughout its volume is said to be A. Homogeneous, B. Isotropic, C. Continuous, D. Anisotropic. The correct answer is A. Homogeneous. The bending moment on a section is maximum where shear force A. is maximum, B. is minimum, C. changes sign, D. is 0. The correct answer is D. is 0. Fat lime is also called as A. white lime, B. slaked lime, C. hydraulic lime, D. quick lime. The correct answer is A. white lime. Which of the following test is conducted to assess shear strength parameter of the soil? A. hygrometer test, B. compaction test, C. vane shear test, D. triaxial test. The correct answer is C. vane shear test. The size of aggregate, particle shape, color, surface texture, which influence concrete durability, should be confirmed to A. is 383.1970, B is 1489 to 1976, C is 12,269 to 1987, D is 456.2000. The correct answer is A is 383.1970. Note is 1489 to 1976 Indian Standard Specification for Portland Pozzolana Cement. Is 12,269 to 1987 Specification for 53 grade ordinary Portland cement. The duty is the largest. A. At the head of the water course, B. At the head of the main canal, C. At the field, D. At the head of the distributary canal. The correct answer is C. At the field. Refractory cement is rich in A. Calcium, B. Magnesium, C. Aluminum, D. Iron. The correct answer is C. Aluminum. What type of cross-drainage work is provided when the canal runs below the river? A. Aqueduct, B. Superpassage, C. Level crossing, D. Siphon aqueduct. The correct answer is B. Superpassage. Which of the following is not a carbonate mineral? A. Halite, B. Dolomite, C. Calcite, D. Magnesite. The correct answer is A. Halite. In any good staircase, the maximum and minimum pitch respectively should be A. 90 degree and 0 degrees, B. 40 degree and 25 degrees, C. 75 degree and 5 degrees, D. 60 degree and 10 degrees. The correct answer is B. 40 degree and 25 degrees. The brick laid with its breadth parallel to the face of a wall is known as A. Stretcher, B. Closer, C. Header, D. Queen closer. The correct answer is C. Header. The partial factor of safety for concrete as per Indian Standard 456-2000 is A. 1.15, B. 1.50, C. 0.87, D. 0.446. The correct answer is B. 1.50. Air binding in rapid sand filter is encountered when A. The filter bed comprises largely of coarse sand, B. There is excessive negative head, C. The water contains high dissolved gases, D. The water is subjected to prolonged aeration. The correct answer is B. there is excessive negative head. An aggregate is termed as flaky if a. Its least lateral dimension is less than 0.6 times its mean dimensions, b. Its length is 1.8 times more than its mean dimension, c. Its lateral dimension is less than 1.8 times its mean dimension, d. Its length is 0.6 times more than its mean dimension. The correct answer is A. Its least lateral dimension is less than 0.6 times its mean dimensions. Thanks for watching. For now, please subscribe, like, share and do not forget to press bell icon.